You're listening to The Sickle, only on WVCU. Previously on The Sickle.
What do you mean you got him? And how the heck did you get the results back so fast?
We should have known earlier. Our man has quite the reputation in town and in some of the larger surrounding cities. His DNA was readily available in their databanks.
Who is it?
A known drug dealer named Ernest Bones. He was also the suspect for the only murder recorded in Lily's Cradle's history, until now.
Admit it, what was his name? Ernest Bones is a freaking cop-out.
I know where you can get the information you need.
Where?
My house. Under the floorboards. Right next to the couch. You'll see what I mean.
All right. Here it goes. Please give me the courage, the faith. Socrates, be a good boy. I'll be back.
Ellsbrook, we just got a 911 call.
From whom?
We traced the number. It's Professor Donnie Griffin's cell phone, Ellsbrook. He may be in serious danger.
Hang on there, egghead.
Deep in the Burgundy forest, Elmsbrook once again faces the maw of the mountain as he walks in the entrance.
I'm here, Professor. Just hold on a bit longer. Professor? Professor, can you hear me?
We can hear you just fine.
Huh?
Oh, what's this? A flashlight. You won't be needing this.
What the?
I must say, how rude of you, detective. Barging into someone's home unannounced. Has law enforcement stripped you of your common decency?
I'm getting lectured about decency from a murderer?
Murderer? Now you're whipping out accusations as well? I am hurt. So very hurt. You already have a murderer. Take him and be gone from here.
How thick do you think I am that I was going to fall for that steaming pile of crap?
A man of the law, denying so much apparent evidence. Your employer, the sergeant, seems doggedly convinced.
Put enough dollar bills in his hands and it seems he gets quite comfortable with whatever is shoved in his face.
Welcome to the world, Maximilian Elmsbrook.
How do you know my name?
Who doesn't know your name during these times? You single-handedly solved a case that stumped all of your professional colleagues.
That was years ago.
And despite the sergeant's best efforts, you are the talk of the town. I can hear it all the way from here in this cave. So tell me, how am I made a murderer by knowing your name?
This isn't my first visit to this little hellhole, and one of us didn't make it back out the last time. We never did find the minister's body. My guess is that you had something to do with that.
Oh, blast it all! You've caught
me, Elmsbrook.
I simply can't deny or evade that logic. You'll have to find me and take me in. But first, I want your opinion on something.
No.
Are you sure? I thought your input would be quite valuable with this.
What the? Where did this light? Ah, jeez! Is that Burgess?
I hope you like this piece. It took me quite some time to find stone sharp enough to make him stay on the wall. I figured he would have approved of being hung upside down to not shame his lord.
Show yourself, now!
Please don't be so forceful. I am truly trembling now. I must return to the back of the cave where you will never find me.
Seriously, how stupid do you think I am? You're not going to lure me back into the darkness.
I'm afraid the choice is not yours. Move or die.
You obviously don't want to kill me. Why are you toying around then?
Perceptive and ignorant. Typical law enforcement. There always must be a pattern, a modicum, reason behind every single leading thing.
Every criminal has their reasons, justifications, whatever the heck they want to call them. Even you, the Sickle.
The Sickle, Moko Tonga, Kawayasquatisuan, monikers. Every one of them. Your people love them, don't they?
I don't follow.
Names, Elmsbrook. Names! Such a laughable form of an exertion of power. Once something is named, you own it. Or at least you think you do. It is no longer the murderer, but your murderer to expose, and thereby suck the life and glory out of them like a sponge.
You would know about sucking the life out of things, wouldn't you? From what I've heard, you're a parasite.
Those floorboards hid all kinds of secrets, didn't they, Elmsbrook? Enough to shatter your preconceived notions of the supernatural.
This isn't about me, it's about you. Show yourself.
All of this is about you, Elmsbrook. What you have admitted to me is that you believe that I am more than flesh.
And what you have admitted to me is that you're responsible for the 8 murders of Lily's cradle.
8, you say? I don't believe you counted correctly. Try again.
Professor? Oh crap! No! Donnie! Why did you come out here alone, Egghead?
A foolhardy, pretentious idiot that thought he could force me to depart.
Show yourself, now, you freaking coward!
So this is how the great Elmsbrook reacts in the face of justice.
You call this crap justice? Murdering 9 people like this? How freaking disturbed are you?
It is justice! Each and every one of these degenerates deserve punishment. The 3 teenagers, sickening fools anchored in drug and alcohol-laden debauchery and shaming their parents. The officers, one never truly cared about his job, and the other just left his dying grandmother to fend for herself at a retirement home.
You can't just...
The young student. I bet her parents never found out that she was sleeping with 5 different men every week. And the mortician? He was far too concerned about his paycheck than anything else. And that so-called minister was right with God. As long as the dollar bills confirmed it. And don't even get me started on Donnie Griffin. Such a track record this fool heaped on himself.
Exacting justice on innocent people by murdering them. Yeah, some logic you have going there.
Innocent? There is no such thing as innocence. All of you are filth. An attempt to cover it up on a daily basis. That lovely little legend that's been created in this area, that paints the protagonist as this poor, helpless, deformed man oppressed by others.
What about him?
They were all deformed outcasts who came together to form their own little misfit tribe. The one who came here to this cave just happened to be more deformed than the rest and sought power over his fellows, calling out for a helping hand. So I gave it to him and executed them all for their insolence.
Alright, I've had enough. Quit playing these freaking games and show yourself. You're under arrest.
Watch where you point that gun, Elmsbrook. You wouldn't want to. Shoot a hole through your little firecracker skull.
Marie? There's no way.
You left me, Daddy. You left me to be dragged away by that man.
No, sweetheart. No, you can't be her. She's dead! She's been dead for years! Stop playing freaking tricks on me!
I remember when you drank yourself to death, Daddy. And I asked you why. If you knew it made you sick.
Stop it!
You never answered me.
You're not there! You're not there!
Don't lie to me, Daddy.
I've worked this out! I've worked this out!
You left me to die, Daddy.
I looked everywhere for you. It became the only thing that kept me alive for years.
You gave up.
No!
You gave up after that coughing man and the ski mask took me.
Bones? I should have known. But I never gave up on you. I couldn't.
You lied to me. And you lie to my face now, Daddy.
No, Marie. I never lied.
You know where liars go, don't you, Daddy? To hell.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages. We now return to the Sickle, only on WVCU. Detective Elmsbrook lies asleep in his uptown Chicago apartment, sunlight pouring in through the cracks between the window shades.
No. Marie, I can't. Jeez. What happened? Where am I? My apartment. Huh. Guess I'm back home. But the professor, the Sarge, the Sickle, and Lily's cradle. What?
Daddy? Daddy, are you okay? I heard you shout.
Huh? What? Oh, hey there, Firecracker. You alright?
Of course I am, silly. Why wouldn't I be? I've been here all night.
Oh, well, I could have sworn that... Huh. Must have been a dream.
What kind of dream, Daddy?
A bad one, trust me. I'm still kind of waking up from it.
What happened in it?
Trust me, Firecracker, you don't want to hear about this one. Daddy will be alright.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay. Well, since you're already awake and Mommy's gone to the store for a while, you should come out and play with me.
Mommy? Alicia?
I think that's Mommy's name. I don't know. She doesn't like it when I call her that.
Man, how do I not...
Do you want to play, Daddy?
Huh? Sorry. Yeah, just give me a minute. Daddy needs a bit.
Okay. I'll be waiting for you outside, Daddy. I love you.
Love you too, Firecracker.
It's such a beautiful day.
Jeez. That had to have been the most intense dream I've ever had. The Sickle and Lily's Cradle. Does a hick town like that even exist? Not on a map, apparently. Huh. I forgot how nice this place is. Great view, too. How many times do I have to tell my little artist not to tape her creations all over my bedroom wall? Now, what's this on the shelf here? My life, a wonderful stroll down memory lane. Alicia and her scrapbooks, I swear. Our wedding. I thought this photo was destroyed. That day was so freaking hot. I had a full beard, too. What was I thinking? My first day on the job as an officer. Alicia loved that uniform. Wasn't on me for long. Was Marie really that small when she was born? Jeez. Time has flown out the stinking window. The whole gang. Marie, Alicia, and I. But I could have sworn Alicia left me right after Marie was born. Didn't she? Either that or that dream really messed with me.
Daddy, are you coming?
In a second, Firecracker. Maybe that was all just a bad dream after all. And that's the last time I eat Supreme Pizza before going to bed.
Well, that was a long and incredibly complex dream, don't you think?
What the... Professor?
That's my name. Or, well, my title. I don't think I've ever actually heard you say my name.
What are you... How did I... Jeez. I need to go outside or something. This dream really did a number on me.
Elmsbrook, wait!
No, you're just my mind playing tricks on me. I need a breath of fresh air.
If you step outside this apartment, you'll be lost.
Lost to what, egghead? Whoever you are?
You mean you don't know? Elmsbrook, you're a professional investigator. Look around.
What? I just see my freaking apartment. And some glowing brainiac standing in the middle of my floor.
Ignoring me for a moment, take a look again. Doesn't everything seem, well, perfect?
If this is your standard of perfection, then I can see why you were just a dream, Professor.
Maybe not by societal standards, but by your standards, Elmsbrook.
If it was by my standards, we'd be living by the lake with freaking jet skis and a high-tech infrared grill. Get your glasses checked, egghead.
The Elmsbrook I know never had a fixation on material things.
Then I guess I'm not the Elmsbrook you know.
If you let the Sickle hold control of you, then you won't be.
Not this Sickle crap. That dream is done and over with. And how the heck do you know me?
Because your vision of perfection lies in having your family back.
I have my wife and my daughter. So what family have I lost exactly, Egghead?
Well, it's not what you have lost in here, in this place, but what you have gained. Think about it, Elmsbrook. Do you remember exactly what you did yesterday?
Jeez. I don't know. Marie and I...
How did you get in this bed? Let alone get back to Chicago so quickly?
I never left. Or... did I? Quit trying to confuse me, Egghead. I'm going outside.
For heaven's sake, Elmsbrook. How the crap do you know who I am?
You were in my dream.
And how much of this dream do you remember?
I don't... Actually... Almost... Every part.
Research has shown that most of a dream is immediately forgotten in the first few seconds of someone being awake. How do you remember me? Or the Sickle? Or Lily's cradle, for that matter?
I don't...
Face it, Elmsbrook. You didn't have a dream. You're in one.
I'm not sure, Egghead. It feels pretty freaking real to me.
Dreams are deceptive, Elmsbrook. This may not meet your ideals for a perfect life, but you have both of the ones you held so dear. This reality is one partially constructed, well, by you.
So you're telling me that I'm just making my little girl up then? Like she never happened?
In part, yes. The Sickle apparently is a creature that attacks the mind, and subsequently the heart. It is using your memories and your deepest pains against you by crafting this false reality.
What about you? In my dream, you freaking died. Some zombie professor giving me cryptic advice from the netherworld about some voodoo demon? Yeah, that's definitely not the false reality here.
Wasn't it you who, in spite of all the evidence and most rational explanations pointing to this Ernest Bones character being the murderer, you still went against it and lifted the skirt of the Sickle, so to speak?
What does that have to do with anything?
Blast it all, Elmsbrook. You are the only one keeping this illusion alive. You want this to be real. And the Sickle manipulates the constructs of your mind to oblige. And to keep you silent, as it slowly eats your mind like rotten meat, until it penetrates to your heart.
Hearts? Minds? Sounds like something out of a crappy kids movie. So am I still lying on the floor of that cave?
It's safe to assume so, yes.
And what about you, Donnie? You died. Where or what are you now?
All you need to know, at least for the moment, is that I found a peace that transcends all understanding. I have no more questions.
Must be nice.
The answers you're looking for are not beyond your reach, Elmsbrook. Just as much as they weren't for me. In fact, I now know the answer to that question.
What question?
On the first day of the job as a professor, a student asked me a question. What's the difference between wisdom and knowledge?
Well, what's the difference, Professor?
Knowledge is the information, the truthful, verifiable information that lies before us. Whereas wisdom is using this information correctly.
What is knowledge, Egghead? Anything that I thought to be knowledge, this world, Lily's cradle, God, the lack thereof, it's all been completely slipped out from under me like a rug. I think I know how you felt the past couple days.
It's because the knowledge you're looking for isn't of this world, if that's what you're wondering. True knowledge is never ours to begin with. We say we find it. We claim it for our own. We even construct complicated complexes and meticulous formulas and theorems to prove and disprove our claims over and over again. But we aren't giving credit where credit is due. Knowledge is revealed to us, and how we react is our decision. See knowledge, use wisdom. Go. The torch is now yours to carry. As if it had ever left your hands to begin with.
Where am I even going, Professor? How do I...
Daddy, I'm getting tired of waiting. Are you coming outside or... You.
What are you doing here?
You reek of
Reek of him!
him. You're
You're
dead.
dead!
You bleeding,
Bleeding
meddler.
meddler! Donnie
Donnie
Griffin,
Griffin, you're
you're
dead.
dead!
What the...
I... Daddy, please. Just come out and play with me. You need to clear your head. Please just...
No.
Daddy!
I'm not your daddy. And you sure as hell aren't my little firecracker.
No!
The Sickle will return right after a short news break. We now return to The Sickle, only on WVCU. Elmsbrook is back in the maw of the mountain as he falls to the ground.
Freaking... What just happened? Donnie? Huh? Marie, hold on! Marie! Can you hear me? Firecracker!
Daddy?
Marie! Sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I never found you. I left you.
Daddy. Shh.
I should have found you sooner. I should have killed that man while I had the chance.
Daddy, you're okay. Please.
No, I'm not. I let this happen to my only little girl. What did this thing to you? Are these plow blades tied to your arms? And oh, Marie, you look like a freaking skeleton.
Daddy, look at me. Look at me.
What?
We don't have much time. The Sickle's hold was broken over you. But it won't be held off for much longer.
What do you mean?
It needs a host. In order to function, it wanted you badly enough to wait 15 years for the right time to lure you here.
Why?
I don't know. That doesn't matter. What matters is you now have the means to stop it.
Marie, I don't have this key. I don't know anything anymore. How am I supposed to stop this thing?
The professor, he just told you.
The professor... how do you know that?
The Sickle is a creature that attacks the mind just as much as the body, but needs energy from its host to do so. Whenever it would lash out, some of my consciousness went with it. I could see everything.
Marie!
My body's finally catching up with 15 years of neglect and abuse. Soon, the Sickle will only have one host to choose from.
No! No! I've searched far too long. So many sleepless nights. I can't lose you again. I can't! I can carry you out of here and get you to the hospital. We can...
Shh. Daddy. My body may be 20 years old. But I might as well be 100 in spirit over after all of this. I'm dying, Daddy.
No. I won't let you. Not yet. Not...
Daddy. Daddy, it will be sweet release for me. Still that stubbly old cheek I remember. I miss your bushy beard, though. And the sickle. You'll never be able to touch me again, Daddy.
No. Because I won't let it.
You have the knowledge. Now use the wisdom, Daddy. I love you.
I love you too, Firecracker. Marie, let me use it well then.
You're mine, Elmsbrook!
Not by a long shot! You killed my daughter!
Oh, and proudly so. It's a shame. The little witch was a splendid source of energy to last me until you came sauntering into town. Your legs will fail you eventually.
You'll die without a host.
Oh, yes. The now enlightened savant that is your deceased professor friend has divulged to you all of my dirty little secrets. And you still know nothing.
I know enough! At least to stop you in your tracks!
And just what is that, fool? You say yourself that this knowledge that the professor imparted unto you goes over your greasy head. What could you possibly know? According to your line of reasoning, my kind does not exist. So when I tenderize my new meat puppet, you won't feel a thing. What the? No! You're mine! You are mine!
You want to know the knowledge that I have now? Whatever you are?
No! It's you! You can't be here! Defending him? No! I won't allow it!
I have the knowledge. But I can't do this on my own.
No! No!
It's over. Marie and Donnie, both of you deserve better than this. I better call the sergeant.
Elmsbrook?
Sergeant?
Elmsbrook, are you alright, man?
Yeah. Get Bones out of his jail cell. I've apprehended the suspect. Female. She's collapsed here on the floor of the cave. Get a paramedic crew here. Stat.
Will do, Elmsbrook.
I've also located the body of Donnie Griffin. No response.
Elmsbrook, I don't... We already have officers on the way. They'll be there shortly.
Got it. I'll meet up with them when they get here.
All right.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages. We now return to the Sickle, only on WVCU.
So there I was, officers surrounding me as we cleared out that cave, watching them secure the bodies of the professor and my little girl, taking the 60-pound contorted plow blades off makeshift gauntlets clasped to her arms. The blades alone almost weighed more than her body. The forensic team was baffled that she lived as long as she did in this condition. I guess the sickle prolonged her lifespan in return for feeding off of her. No one deserves what happened to her. Though, I had a new knowledge, a new outlook on things. Just missing the foundation, I suppose. The transition to peace, it wasn't a smooth one. At least not for me. Old habits die like freaking Rasputin. Shortly after the cleanup crew swept the cave for evidence, I missed my flight. I hadn't been drunk in years, but what else was I supposed to do? My mission that I had been on for the last decade and a half was ended before my eyes. The case was closed for all intents and purposes. Even with my new knowledge, I never found clarity. At least, until... A couple of days afterwards, the sergeant had me investigate the professor's apartment for any wills or addresses of the next of kin. Jeez. I thought that key would never work. Well, here we are. Huh? What? Oh, hey there, Professor's dog. How am I supposed to know your name? Well, I guess that's one part of his inheritance there. Should I sell you to pay for a new trench coat? Relax, I'm kidding. Well, what do we have here? 2 Elmsbrook. Huh. When did he write this? To Chicago's most grizzled detective. Huh. Thanks, Egghead. By the time you read this,
I'm quite certain that I'll be dead. I never told you, or anyone for that matter, that I had another dream in which the creature was enraged, for I had found a peace that transcends all understanding. Or rather, it found me. And the creature, which I believed to be the sickle itself, could no longer torment me. But I had this feeling, this unmutable feeling that I needed to go to the maw of the mountain and prepare the way for you. I know death is imminent, but, well, he has given me peace to face it, with no fear. But my heart would not have reached the position it needed to be in if it wasn't for your influence and our admittedly short friendship. Sure, you angered me and frustrated me beyond belief, as I know I did with you at times. But what I found in you, Elmsbrook, was a true friend, in a place I never expected it. You represent a lot of what I tried to aspire to be in my life. Decisive, determined, focused, with a great mission to accomplish. Deny it or not, Elmsbrook, you are an inspiration to the scatterbrained professor. Thank you for helping me realize my spiritual needs for true knowledge and peace. And now, I pray you find it, or that it finds you as well. Best wishes, my friend, Professor Donald Griffin.
Thanks for helping me as well, Professor. I hope there are luxurious lecture halls up there. And take care of my daughter. And keep up her good name, since it's defaced down here. Marie, I know you weren't yourself. Why, though? Why did it have to be my little girl? Freaking paper. What's this under here? Spiritual needs, huh? All right, then. I guess I'll humor you then, Professor. In the beginning. A week passed after that. It was hellish, to put it lightly. I buried my only daughter and someone who I consider the only friend I have had in years. How does a man handle that? Well, let's just say I started to finally get some solid ground under my feet. Yet, there was still a battle I had to face not too long after the funerals.
Ah, Elmsbrook. What are you still doing in town? I figured you would have already been back in Chicago by now.
Disappointed?
No, not in the slightest. In fact, I almost got used to having you around, Elmsbrook.
Glad to at least be tolerated.
Elmsbrook, let me personally assure you that you will always be welcome at our doors, should any more major crimes find their way here.
Let's hope not.
Indeed. Though, I'm glad you stopped by, Elmsbrook. I wanted to tell you that I'm deeply sorry about your daughter.
It happens.
Elmsbrook, don't put up your wall now. I know this cut you deep, and that the media would never believe a story of a demon-possessed woman slaughtering 9 people.
I buried her. It's over.
I don't know how you can, Elmsbrook. From what I gathered, she was your prime motivator for, well, living.
Yeah, now I found something else to live for.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Elmsbrook. Though, I want to tell you, I believe your entire account surrounding the incident with the sickle, possession and all. I believe that it wasn't just an episode of PTSD and long-term insanity, as the media believes.
Do you now?
Of course. I knew this investigation had supernatural ties, and I know I was quick to dismiss everything once bones fell into our laps. I panicked. As I told you, these kind of things change the way a man thinks, and I wasn't sure what to believe once the evidence started piling up.
Seems like you built the foundation of your knowledge on the sand.
Foundation on the... Since when did you become so cryptic, Mr. Elmsbrook?
Since when did you let money interfere with a formal investigation, Sergeant?
I don't know what you're freaking talking about.
Then I suppose this doesn't look familiar at all, then? I guess you have some cousin who also happens to be a police sergeant and have connections with the Lily's Cradle United Church.
Where the crap did you get that?
That doesn't matter as much as where it's going. I've already faxed a copy to the state police department.
You don't have the freaking authority.
I don't? Tell that to the family of Minister Timothy Burgess that you allowed him to participate in an official investigation that led to his death.
He said that he would sign all the various paperwork and would assume responsibility for any.
Are you freaking kidding me? I don't care if he had a freaking lead. I should have reported you as soon as you took him on.
Do you realize what you've done, Ellsbrook? I freaking hired you. And with one little slip up on my part, you damn me and my entire 20-year career with the force? Why not let me retire in freaking peace?
We're like doctors, Sergeant. One slip up and someone dies.
The only slip up I made was hiring you. Get the crap out of my station.
You first.
Sergeant Luker, you are under arrest.
Get off of me! Get off of me!
Thank you for your help, Elmsbrook. You just solved a case 15 years in the making.
I'm not sure I follow.
Ever since the first murder case in this town, Sergeant Luker was rumored to have accepted bribes to destroy certain pieces of evidence. His involvement in this investigation proved these suspicions. I thought this undercover job would never end.
You're gonna get freaking canned for this, officer!
Shut up. Oh, and you get your own freaking coffee from now on. Get this chump out of here.
Needless to say, a vacancy had come up for the position as sergeant at the Lily's Cradle Police Department. I was approached within a day of the opening, and decided to accept it, serving as chief forensic analyst as well. With my mission accomplished, and my daughter laid to rest, I saw no more need for my firm to be open. So I closed it, packed my bags, and made my way to Hillbillyopolis. I'm actually starting to get used to the banjos. And as far as Ernest Bones is concerned, he was released from custody, only to be arrested again in 3 weeks for possession and intent to sell Mary J. As I said, old habits. I still have yet to follow up on that little story he told me about a mysterious man in a suit offering him a deal. But first, I have one more matter to take care of.
Good morning there, brother.
Morning.
You joining us today? We're introducing our new pastor and a new vision on the ministry. And the service is about to start.
Give me a minute.
All right. See you inside, brother.
Do I have any? Yeah, I do. Good. No more. I've put enough garbage into my life. Time to clean house.